I'm 78 years old, and I need to tell you something that nobody told me when I was your age. For most of my life, I thought being a good woman meant saying yes to everyone. My husband, my children, my parents, my friends, my boss. I thought that's what love looked like. I thought that's what strength looked like. I was wrong about everything. You see, I spent 60 years of my life trying to be perfect. The perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect daughter, the perfect employee. And you know what I got for it? Exhaustion, resentment, and a life that didn't feel like mine. But 7 years ago, something happened that changed everything. My husband died after 42 years of marriage. He was gone. And for the first time in my adult life, I was alone, completely alone. And I was terrified, not because I missed him though I did, but because I realized I had no idea who I was without him. I had spent my entire life being someone, something, someone's wife, someone's mother, someone's helper, but who was I? What did I actually want? What made me happy? I couldn't answer those questions, and that scared me more than anything. Let me take you back. When I was 22, I got married. It was 1968. Different times, you understand. Women didn't have the choices you have today, or at least we didn't think we did. My mother told me a good husband is all you need. Everything else will follow. So I married him, a nice man, a good provider, and I became the good wife. I cooked, I cleaned, I raised the children, I supported his career, I smiled when I was supposed to smile, I stayed quiet when I was supposed to stay quiet. And the thing is, I wasn't unhappy. Not exactly. I loved my children. I enjoyed parts of my life. But there was always this voice in the back of my head asking, is this it? Is this all there is? I ignored that voice for 40 years. When I was 35, I wanted to go back to school. I'd always loved literature. I dreamed of teaching. But my husband said we couldn't afford it. The children needed me. Maybe later, he said. So I waited. When the kids were grown, I brought it up again. But then he was thinking about retirement. We'd need to help with his parents. Maybe in a few years. So I waited again. When I was 55, his parents had passed. I thought, now it's my turn. But our daughter got divorced. She needed help with the grandchildren. How could I think about myself when my family needed me? So I waited again. And then at 71, he died. And there was nobody left to wait for. Here's what nobody tells you about being a woman, especially a woman of my generation. We were taught that self-sacrifice was noble, that putting everyone else first made us good, that our worth came from how much we gave, not from who we were. And it's a lie, a beautiful, terrible lie. Because here's the truth I learned too late. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't love others fully when you don't love yourself. You can't give everything away and expect to have anything left. I gave and gave and gave. And when my husband died, I looked in the mirror and I didn't recognize the woman staring back at me. She looked tired. She looked old. She looked sad. And she looked like a stranger. The first year after he died, I was lost. I'd wake up with nothing to do, no one to cook for, no one to serve. For 60 years, my identity had been wrapped up in other people.